Hey, happy day. Let's talk about work. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, also known as Pajama Grandma. Today is day 530 of What's She Up To Now. She, of course, being my initials, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. And what I'm doing is I transition from the offline world of brick and mortar businesses and corporate America to the online world, the internet world, the World Wide Web, as I like to say, because it's an old term and it makes the younger people laugh and it ages me. No surprise there. My coffee is super hot. I keep burning my mouth on it, but I don't know about you, but I love my cup of coffee in the morning. I love my coffee. Just different types of coffee, but my coffee cups and my coffee, I love them. Simple pleasures, simple delights. But let's talk about work today. I want to talk about work because work is, of course, a four-letter word. And to a lot of people, work is a four-letter word, meaning they hate their work, they hate their jobs. If you survey people, the vast majority of people can give you a long laundry list of why they're dissatisfied with their work or their job or what they do every day for a living. The people that love their jobs, they love what they do, are few and far between. You know, I'm kind of a rarity. I absolutely adore what I do, but a lot of people don't like what they do, and they don't like the thought of work, and that's based on our experiences, what we've experienced. Sorry, I got something in my eye. What we've experienced and how things have happened in our past generally. But work, others of us have had really good experiences with work, and we absolutely believe that work is play, work is fun. For me, I love work, and not just like my work, what I do for a living, but physical work. I like work. Yesterday, I'm moving and doing a lot of things, and so physically, I had to do a lot of hard work, and I sweated my rear off. Literally, I had to change clothes twice. I was so hot and sweaty because of the physical work I was doing. I maxed out my Fitbit, probably ran it twice because, and I haven't had a Fitbit for a long time, but my daughter gave me one. I think I've been through 4 or 5 of them, and I thought, I'm not getting one anymore. I know that I get my steps in or whatever people use to measure. And again, it's an average measure of performance. And do I ever want to be average? No, I hate the thought of being average. So to say, oh, we're going to all do 10,000 steps. Well, yeah, me and every other person on the planet's going to do 10,000 steps. So really, is that an accomplishment? No, not a big deal. So I quit measuring it. Did it for a while when I was focusing on my health. And then I'm like, all right, I've broken and burned through 4 or 5 of these. I'm not going to buy them anymore. And then my daughter and her husband got new ones. So she gave me her old one. And it's much snazzier than mine ever were. I had the old 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation of them. But work, how do you feel about work? Now, I'm going to admit, I don't like doing housework. I hate housework. I do it because I gotta, just like everybody else, for the most part. You gotta take care of yourself and your environment a little bit. Even if you have help, you still gotta do a couple of things, right? And I joke that I missed the housework gene and the shopping gene when they were handed out and when we were created. I just missed those. I don't know. I must not have been paying attention in line because I didn't accept either one. But sometimes I don't mind like hard work remodeling projects or hard work in business. Like my family would sell fireworks. For 25 years we sold fireworks, and we would work, all of us, 12 to 14, 16-hour days every day for a couple of weeks in the summer to sell fireworks for the family. And that was super duper hard, hot work because the environment wasn't always wonderful. Over the years, it changed and morphed and it became something really good. But when we started out, it wasn't. It was terrible. There's all these little stands and shacks and stuff wherever. So hard work, I'm not opposed to hard work. I actually love it because I think because of things like we did it together as a family and we worked and it built our relationship. So it was more about building the relationship and doing something together and having a common goal than it was the physical work. And I think my dad brainwashed us when we were little girls to love work because he always loved work and he was a workaholic. And so it just kind of spread to all of us as well. So how do you feel about work? When you hear the word work, what do you think? I know in online world and in marketing and things, they say, well, don't ever say workbook or don't ever say lessons or don't ever say certain words because it triggers people and it triggers them negatively because the word work implies effort. Well, oh my God, we might have to put forth some effort in our life if we want to get something out of it. This drives me nuts that people think that they get something for nothing. There's forces in the world that work on us, whether we believe it or not. You know, I think at this point in physics, people know that everything is energy. Well, if everything is energy, we're not going to get anything out if we don't put anything in, right? We have to put energy into something to get energy or to get the results or to get anything we want out. So to think that we're never going to work, and work is just a measure of the exchange of energy, right? If we go back to our physics and science and the nerd in me starts popping out, work is the definition of an exchange of energy. And so if we want anything, we have to work for it. We have to exchange energy for it. And I like that definition because exchanging energy sounds so much more positive than working. But guess what? We're all going to work for the rest of our lives. Our bodies work. Every cell in our body works all the time to function and help us to live and survive, right? So if our body and all of our cells work, why would we think that we as a being and an entity don't want to put forth some effort to create something that we want in our lives? It's my little diatribe on work today, I guess. I guess I'm thinking about work. But I know that my kids always think that I work too much. My granddaughter even tells me that I work too much. And I'm like, I don't work at all, baby. You don't have any idea how I used to be versus how I am now. Now I do a couple hours a day of stuff to maintain what I'm doing. But for the most part, I don't work at all compared to how I used to work. What am I working on? As a matter of fact, 90-day challenge. Today is day 70 of our 90-day influencer live video challenge. Sexy Boss, Heather and Havenwood and I are doing. And today's day 70. It's the last day of the 4th phase of the Sideways presentation, which is all about the offer. The offer that speaks to the external, outside of them thing that might impact whether they take advantage of your offer or your overall offer or not, or whether they decide to work with your organization or not. So doing that, hanging out with the granddaughter, moving, and you know, I've been talking about moving for a really long time. Of these 530 days, I've been probably talking about it the whole time, right? On and off, because it's a behind the scenes project that is huge. And you know, for other people, moving is no big deal at all. For me personally, moving is like a monumental task. It's like bigger than starting a company. It's bigger than doing any big project I ever did in corporate America. It actually is, and it's not complicated. Guess who's making it complicated? And I'm actually, I've broken it down. I'm making it super simple now, but I was making it very, very complicated for a long time because that was my way of procrastinating and not having to deal with it. So that's just a little bit more about me than you probably even ever need or want to know. So what are you working on? What kind of projects are you doing? Do you have any big projects that you're working on? A lot of times we're working on big projects in one area of our life, and we try to not let it affect other areas of our life, but it absolutely positively does. Like if you looked in my office, which I would never show around right now, I've got a pile of boxes about 5.5 feet high that are empty, that are going to be filled by the end of this day because I'm packing up my office. And this is like go week in terms of packing up and moving stuff out. And then over the weekend, knock wood. Oh, I guess I do the knock wood thing. I'll get my new office and new digs set up so that I can not miss a beat in terms of video. I might do a couple of messy videos over the weekend, but it is what it is. It'll be what it is. But I am excited. It's exciting to, as much as I put it off and dreaded it, I don't know why I was dreading it, because I love change. I love exciting things. And so to me, it's exciting. I think it was because I was dreading all the work that I thought I had to do and how hard it was going to be to go through decades worth of stuff. And it is. It's hard, but it's also really, really fun. I went through the baby tubs with the kids yesterday, and it was really fun seeing the outfit that I brought my son home from the hospital in, and some of the little cowboy boots and little Nikes and little what we used to call them boat shoes, but what are they? Not Dockers. I don't remember the name of them, but little teeny, like size 2, like just, you know, smaller than my finger, little cowboy boots and shoes that the kids had. They're just fun, and all their little outfits. Not all of them, but I saved one tub of stuff from the kids, and I'm laughing at some of the things I saved. I'm like, I must have had booties and little bonnets on those poor babies all the time. Maybe because they were teeny tiny babies. But amazing, fun. As much as we dread things, there's always an upside to everything. So the going through it, yep, it's a lot of work, but it's also really fun, and it reminds me of some of the amazing, wonderful times that I have had in this house and with my kids and just in my life in general, right? We forget sometimes to appreciate all the miracles and all the wonderful things that have happened in our lives. Seems like we struggle with going through the day-to-day stuff sometimes, and we lose sight of all of the marvelous things that do happen. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point, so time to get to work, right? Work, four-letter word. I love work, and I'm excited to do it. And I'm excited to go do the 90-day challenge today because I'm having a lot of fun with it. I have fun with my challenges. Part of why I do them is because I get as much out of them as anybody that participates in them. Every time I do one, I learn more about me, and I learn more about what works for me and what works for the people that I'm engaging with. And that's what it's all about. Go out and make it an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.